Right. Great. Oh, onegaishimasu.
お願いし
お
ます。
願いします。
Okay, let's just loosen up. Okay, go in front of that. Okay, take it to the side. Left and right. And rotating. Great. Inside, outside. Great. Let's take it to the head, just going up and down. Chin to chest and to the top. Left and right. Into shoulder. Front and back. Into circles. No changing. To the shoulders. And change. In the front. And change. To the elbows. And circle the hips. Change. Hands and knees. circle now.
Change. Stepping up. Good. Down. And back. And down. Back.
Circle.
Change.
Eject the ankle. Follow the toes up. Good, go for the floor. Straight to the front. Side. Back. Take the knee, rose up. Great. Okay, change the leg. Follow the toes. Circles off the floor. Straighten it up to the front. To the side. To the back. Kicking out wide, about 45 degrees out with the feet. Onto the hips. Press in your way, have the shoulder. Just left to the right. One side. Change. Change. And straighten the back. Hands in front. Start to release that towards the ground. Let the arms fall into the ground. Open the hands out. That's fine. Hands back up. Level the shoulders. Reaching one hand up. Changing the size. One more time each side. Change. And move the feet together. This is still release. Get stick into a lunge. Sink the back heel down to start. Taking the opposite hand. Reaching out the back heel. Changing the leg. Keep taking the arm. Good. Go to the hands. Rolling out the wrists. And splitting the palms, working the fingers. Good, pressing the fingertips together. Pressing the palms. Hands in the kneecap from the top. Change. 𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒃. Change. Spin thumb over the top. Change. 𝒕𝒉𝒂𝒕. Change. So finish. Change. Together for Q&A. Stretching the arm out first. Curling the elbow. Take it to the side. Yeah. Switching side. Curling the elbow. Great, spreading out the fingertips. And closing fists. Right, shaking them out. The arms. Shaking the legs. Shaking the whole body. Great. Take a walk in. Okay, just starting with the first movement, just slicing through so that this all rock forward, nice and relaxed. Shoot through the shoulders. Okay, working the same just on the left side. No. Great, okay, take it into a zengo. Keep the sword drawing to the ground. Emphasizing the hips and the feet. Okay, great. Take this to number two. So using the same idea, just letting the sword drain through the ground, so reaching the top, send the body in, and drain the cup down. Okay, great. Take it into a 𝒂𝒂𝒿, so just working on the spot. And you just let each cut drawing down. Just letting the hips peak. All the focus. The feet. So a sort of track along the diagonal line. Okay. And then take it into stepping each time. So the way to find the ground. Okay, perfect. So bring the focus in and just play with all these movements. So the 𝒊𝒏𝒈 and the 𝒂𝒂𝒿 and stepping into it and just play with everything. Just starting to bring the focus in nice and clear and into the next movement. Just really give yourself time to click around the body and focus the curve. So next one, 𝒊𝒏𝒈, 𝒂𝒂𝒿, top. Great. Start to add in the ski work. So working with 6 and 7, just mix them in freely with a knee cut. 6, 7. The back leg. Good. So just see if you can bring them together now. So the yokumen and the ski come together as one movement now, and then use the pause at the end of the ski. So you can just mix them in freely. So you can kind of combine them. So you'll find them the right send it into the present. Yeah. Conscious of which foot you're compressing into. Pressing down.
There you go. See you later. Bye.
See you soon. Bye. Okay, we'll just play with one thing. This is from the foundation series. So it's one pose which is really useful. I've been playing with it a little bit before. It's kind of not totally similar to the ski, but it works the same kind of connection from the hip to the hand. So there's two poses, obviously, one left side, right side, and two on each side. So there's one normal way and there's a reverse one. It's the archer pose. So I think we've done it before, maybe more in the evenings than the afternoon. So you start with this one. You want to be in a kind of lunge position, not too wide. And in this one, you're gonna we'll kind of go into it. So the first thing is just lengthen through the spine, right up to the top. You're gonna pull the arms out back like wide wings with the arms. Take a nice deep breath in. And then from here, you're just gonna gently, so this is not quite pulling the body totally forward. This one, you're just gonna kind of lunge, bring the chest forward. The key thing with this is keep the knee back so that you don't kind of bring it over the toes. Just keep it back to the body. This one, press the fingertips together. And it's as if you want to kind of close the armpits here. So you're kind of closing armpits down, engage in the back of the body. Pull them down here. Okay, the first thing is here, just get that length through the spine. And feel the weight mostly in the front foot or in the front leg, but also some still in the back leg. So you've got a kind of connection through both hips. Okay, we're going to do this one. This is the normal one to start. So we're going to take the thumb, in this case the right hand, my outside hand. You're going to place it into the middle of the thumb here. And then the key thing to feel here is it's a hip-led motion. So you don't want to do it with the arm, but you want to do it by pulling the back hip. So you're going to pull the back hip and let the thumb trace down the forearm. Yeah, and you're going to go all the way, take it nice and slow, and only move the hand as much as you kind of moving the hip. So you're pulling the connection from the hip to the hand. This comes all the way up, and just let it cross the shoulder. This is an archer pose, so it's really like pulling a bow. But you're pulling the connection from the hip to the hand. Hold it a little bit. Release the arm out to the back, and then just let the hip spring the arm back to the front. Let's do a few on each side. So you find the middle of the hand with the thumb, and then get that sense. The first few, it's a little bit also with the bow. Sometimes we do like this, like pull the string, so you've got this kind of connection through the shoulders. Do the same thing here, a little bit of a pull, just in and out of that connection. But the key thing is that the hand's not doing it, or pulling, but the hips pulling that whole connection out. So you're kind of pulling the rope. This way. You do it with the body, And at the same time, you're anchoring the legs down to the ground. Just take it nice and slow. Pull the hip. And then release it. One more side. And just first find that connection and a tug of the connection. Lengthen and draw it out. Go back. Great. Release it, snap it back. We'll do the other side. The same connection. So just first get that kind of not too wide a lunge. Just kind of lower the body back. Nice deep breath in, loading up through the body. And then gently coming forward, leaning over the front leg. Find that connection with the hands. So you're squeezing the fingertips together as if you're pulling the wrists apart. And you want to kind of close the armpits. Not fully because you don't want to lose the extension, but feeling as if you were to close them. And then trace that same line, so taking the outside hand, taking the thumb to the hand, and then connect the hip into it. So you're connecting the hip, like that, all the way down, let it open out to the back, spring it back. Let's set that connection up, and then go. Nice and slow. Release it back So this is similar connections, but like 6. So you're working this line with it, but by the same sense, you're pressing weight here and extending out with this front hand. So this kind of action happen, this kind of action happen. The next one's a bit like more like 7, so it goes across the body. So take the other leg forward again. So you've got the same action, just find this position again, hands together. This time you go across the body, so you take the opposite, the same hand as the foot that's forward. Take that thumb into the hand, and then you go across the body now. So you've got this here, rolling the hand back. This. So connect the same side hips, a little bit tricky now because you've got to twist through the body. This comes up, let it trace down the arm. Draw it nice and long back. And the key with this movement, again, the same that we're always looking at, a little bit more extreme here, but it's that the hip is pulling the connection to the arm. So only move the hand as much as the hip. And it's pulling and open. Let's bring it back. Just do another one. Okay. Change sides, go to the side. So again, you just find that position, bring the body, incline the body a little bit forward, feel the base, press the fingertips together. And then you do the opposite side against the same foot, same hand. Again, feel that connection with the hip to the hand. Pull it, pull it, pull it, open it out. Release it, snap it back. And you've got that same feeling you've got in number 7, this kind of connection through the body. Slip, snap it back. One more time. Okay. So loosen off the hips a little bit. So this is really kind of strengthening the connection between the hips and the hands, so it's really nice after something. It also allows the bodies to really open up and rotate this way. So yeah, just go back into the ski work for the last few minutes here. This way, and then again, feel that connection now from the hips to the hands. So the key thing is that the hands aren't leading and the body gets dragged, which is really key for the 𝒂𝒂𝒿 work. So if my arms lead it, every time the body's getting pulled out, body gets pulled out, body gets pulled out. So look to really lead it with the hips. The hips lead it. Hips lead it. So you're squeezing that connection out. So it's the same connection out. What we were doing was just kind of pulling it, and now you use that feeling and kind of press it out in a way. But it's still got that same kind of pulling feeling. So it's not a kind of press out so much as a pulling the extension. Yeah. So good. We'll just do a short set to finish. It really comes from the attacking side of the 𝒂𝒂𝒏𝒕. So it's involving ski work, the 𝒂𝒂𝒏𝒕. So don't worry about the kind of beginning where we're kind of pulling back. You just start from the right side. You're going straight down the line with the ski, the right foot here. You're coming underneath, thrusting on the left side, and then you're coming through with the right foot, striking with the 𝒂𝒂𝒏. It's basically 2 skis, one right, one left, and then a 𝒂𝒂𝒏. It's a ski. 𝒂𝒂𝒏. Just want to really test that connection. I want the hip to press the connection out. Hip to press the connection out. Press the connection out. So just play with something, take it into Kinonagari. So the main feeling of this is kind of snaking through with the hips up. De-emphasize the kind of power in the strides or in the thrust. So you want the feeling that the hips coil through the movement. So again, place an emphasis on the weight in the body, like we were doing at the start. But now working with this Kinonagari pattern to the feet, nice and up with the feet, and let the hips really snake through the movement. So still working with the extension, but just de-emphasizing the focus, the power in the strides.
Michael,
Yeah, sure.
short question. Since we're going into Kinonagara, are you still grounding your back foot fully or just positioning it and then
less.
the ball of the foot?
Yeah, so mostly on the ball of the foot. And sometimes gently, lightly making contact with the back foot, but not fully ground, not fully kind of grounding it and then go. Yeah, that kind of fit. So yeah, more this ball of the foot kind of pattern.
But you're still positioning you're still positioning your foot behind your strike or thrust.
Yeah. So it's still there, and I'm grounding through it, but I'm not grounding like boom.
Yeah, completely settling.
So it's that sense like boom, boom, that kind of feeling. So it's like I just play with a little bit. Sometimes light contact, and sometimes like no contact. But usually with this kind of slow Kinonagari, it's more like light contact on the heel. So I just allow it to kind of lightly make contact with the floor. And then in full Kinonagari, it's usually just off. It's more like a sprinted kind of pattern.
Yeah. So. But you wouldn't walk through the technique, so to speak.
Not quite, not yet. That's more like in a way that's more like the full Kinonagari form. Although this, it's one of those simple, it's one of those middle grounds. It's like it's a way to train it, but it's not quite in the. You can see this also clear in like Saxon. If you watch the Kinonagari forms when he does them, you can see he's doing that like walk through, like he's usually going back. So you never see him really attacking him in the form, but you see him like just walk back, and then you really see the clear distinction like Kihon, Kinonagari, and nothing in between.
Yeah,
it's like this is the way. This is the didactic in between in a way.
Yeah.
So it's just building that pattern, but it's that's that. Nice. Okay, great. We'll stop there. We'll work on a little bit this week. Kinonagari patterns. This is kind of interesting. Great. どうもありがとうございました。
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 All right, great, very good.